Welcome to VaskaFilms. I'm Vaska.
I'm Vaska.
And today we're going to be talking about making DIY rigs and sliders and whatchamacallits to get smooth dolly shots without actually buying expensive dollies, because they can be very expensive. So the first rig we're going to be talking about is a super cheap, basically a test that Jack made. So talk to us about that.
So this is basically a few pieces of wood and a little screw put together. It's extremely cheap, and if you have the parts laying around that you're not going to use, I'd make it. If you don't, it's not worth buying parts for this. It's basically just like a big piece of wood with two pieces screwed onto it, and it doesn't really even help that much. It's a tiny difference. I barely ever even use it. But here's some test shots. So the next super cheap solution is a tripod with socks. Mine doesn't have socks, it has this right now, but you just simply put 3 socks on the legs of your tripod, move it around on soft floors, and it'll work amazingly. You have to put them on really soft floors. But the next solution for that, if you don't, well, assuming you have some, well, if you have the budget, you can buy these things. They're furniture movers at Home Depot, and just put them at the bottom of your tripod, move it around on a soft floor, and it'll work amazing. It'll work a lot better than socks. Maybe if you want, you can put socks and these on, and maybe it'll do it a little bit better. But that is only used inside. You can't use that outside.
Was a little more expensive, but as in expensive, this was like less than $10. This is a handheld a camera rig, and I learned how to do this technique from a video by the Frugal Filmmaker. You can check out that link there. He also has a lot of other videos with cool DIY solutions to expensive gear. This one, the only difference from his and ours is that we decided to add foam on here, put cloth tape so that the handles are a little more grippy, and we put some duct tape and foam where your camera touches the PVC because it was getting kind of scratched at the bottom. And but what this can do is you can take it anywhere, which is really nice, and it just smoothens out your shots. You can also hold it from the top and get low swooping angles, which are really nice. And something that I just do when I'm bored that I figured out is, since you don't glue this usually, you can just configure it into some other camera rig that, I don't know. So we figured out there's a way you can flip it up and make this weird thing. So that is a very nice solution as well. And let's see some test shots of this.
Probably most expensive alternative is a actual slide. It's a DIY slider. It ran me for about $15. I spent $10 on the 2 EMTs, PVC, and the screw, because I already had the 2 electrical boxes and that piece of wood. So it'll probably run you about $15 in total. I got the idea from Film Riot. You can click that video right somewhere. And but I kind of modified it a little bit. I changed it up because he did it a little bit more complex way. I kind of just made it simpler by adding doing it differently.
So we also added a string to it. So instead of holding it with your hands, getting that jittery stuff, you can just pull it with a string, and it'll go really smooth. And so, by the way, when we say expensive, this is literally $15, so,
if you have no parts, which is unlikely.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's see some test shots with this.